Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of New York's Beer Reviews. This is my basement. I'm in my basement today doing a beer review because I want to smoke some tobacco. We've got some English Wake Up, I think it's called, from Europe. I bought it when I was in Louisiana. Okay, beer that we're going to be reviewing is Natural Ice. Now, I did a Natural Light on my last review, and wasn't too pleased with it because of it had a sour sweetness in the front, and I didn't like that. I finished most of it, but I just got sick of that sweetness at the end, and it was 25 ounces, and I'm just like, not really my style. I remember last time I reviewed Natural Ice, I enjoyed it, and hopefully we're going to see how this one goes for this one. So Natural Ice is brewed by Anheuser-Busch. It's 5.9% alcohol by volume, 130 grams of calories, and 8.9 grams of carbs. The commercial description on this one is at 5.9% alcohol, Natty Ice or Natural Ice is sure to jumpstart your story with a signature smooth, refreshing taste and clean finish. On Beer Advocate, it doesn't get a score. 1.79. Natural Ice is brewed with a blend of premium American grown and imported hops and a combination of malt and corn that lends Natural Ice its delicate sweetness. It then undergoes Anheuser-Busch's exclusive ice brewing process, which takes the beer to a temperature below freezing and leads to the formation of ice crystals, which create its signature wrist smooth taste. And it gets a 1.79 on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer gives it a, just like Natural Light, a 0 overall and a 0 in the style. Like, at least put a 1. I mean, 0 makes no sense, like I said. I'm gonna give it a... I'm getting it everywhere, and it's cold. And I'm only wearing boxers right now, so it's really cold. Okay, up in the light, it pours nice. A very straw appearance, a little bit, almost like the same as the Natty Light. Let that settle. I bought this pipe in New Orleans. It's nice wood. Very good tobacco. So we got about a finger left of head with a frothy white head, off-white head. Not really the soap sud type head, more of the actual head type. On the aroma, you get a little bit of malt sweetness, maybe a little corn sweetness. Kind of like the Natural Light. Okay. On the mouthfeel, alright. Kind of tastes like Busch. There's almost no off flavors at all. That sour sweetness isn't there. It's very light toasted bread. Bready notes, very lightly. You can taste a little bit of hot presence in the background. Very light toasted. Taste some corn, a little bit of corn, a little bit of grains, possibly some earthy hops, very light on the earthy hops in the back end just to balance out the sweetness. In fact, maybe they should have used that idea for the light beer because this has much more of a balance to it than the natural light was. This is a re-review, I guess. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but it is a re-review. Because I have reviewed this before, and I liked it, and I like it now. I like it now. It also pairs well with the English breakfast tobacco. So, I'd also like to tell my folks out there that I had an interview today with an airline company. Flight attendant over the phone. I'm not going to say the airline company just for, I don't know, security reasons, I guess. So they interviewed me on the phone, and when she ended the interview, she invited me to a face-to-face interview in Denver. So cheers to that, guys. Also, this does leave a nice, I like the head on this beer. Get this. Very nice. It's kind of sticking around there. If you can see that, I'm sorry, I'm not running that great of a camera here, but I'll tell you, man, I still feel like I'm in New Orleans. I just feel it, you know. Like I wasn't doing too well at work today. Because I felt like I was still in New Orleans. You know? Not that I didn't do too well for my guess. It's just, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I did a good job serving. You know, the customers were all happy and everything. It's just, I don't know. I felt like I was still in New Orleans. It was weird. Like, when I said I didn't do too good at my job, I actually, that's not true. I actually did really well. I got a lot of tips and everything. But it felt weird because I feel like I'm still in New Orleans. You know? I'll tell you, if I'm going to move somewhere, I want to move to New Orleans. This pairs really well. Now, for my rate on this beer, this gets a 10. For what it is, a lager, adjunct lager, gets a 10. I think great beer, whoever's doing that is stupid, really stupid. There's nothing bad about this beer at all. At all. And it tends to have more flavor than most of your light beers. Like, it's almost like, reminds me just like the Busch I had. Should have bought this in New Orleans. This actually works a lot better than the Bic lighter. But then again, it is a cigar lighter, so. I'm just waiting for my dad to come down and be like, stop smoking in the basement. Stop making noise. Because, he took over the living room. For those of you who want to know, I don't inhale this. Like all cigars, you're not supposed to inhale. Not supposed to. But then again, there are no rules. So, I really don't want to turn this into a hangout session, to be honest. I am enjoying talking to you guys, drinking my beer, smoking my cigar, but I also don't want this to go over 10 minutes, which it already has. Overall, because this is supposed to be a review, not a hangout session. So overall, Natural Ice is a good beer. It's very light in toastiness, bready notes. Has decent malt sweetness with adjunct included, there's nothing wrong with that. Decent hop presence, and when I say hop, I don't mean like piney notes or citrus notes. Well balanced bitterness in the back end to balance out the sweetness from the hop, and overall it's a very well-rounded beer, and I would recommend it. Please don't be afraid to try it if all your friends say it's gross. This is not gross. It's a very good beer. If you like Budweiser, if you like Coors, if you like Miller, you'll like this beer. You'll probably like this beer better because this has no off flavors, and sometimes Budweiser can have some off flavors. For me, at least, if it gets to a certain temperature. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. It's a 10 beer. For an American adjunct lager, it's a 10. I like it better than Stella. I like it better than Budweiser. I like it if they had this in like regular bottles, which they probably do, although they don't have it where I can get it in regular bottles. I'm pretty sure they have it in regular 12 fluid ounce bottles. I would actually like get it on for regular drinking because it's very good for what it is. And that's it. That's it for this review. Also, I will compare this to Keystone Ice I had a year or two ago, maybe a little more than a year or two ago. I did not like Keystone Ice. I did like Natural Ice better. And yes, I'm going to end this review by saying, please come down to New York City, or come up to New York City if you're down there, or if you're up there, come down to New York City. And, let's have a beer together. And let me know what you think about this beer. And let me know what you think about my basement. Look at this. It's not really that nice looking. This is unfinished basement. Anyway, take care, guys.